102.3 WBAB, Long Island's #1 rock station. Fingers Metal Shop in swing right here with the boys and Riot in the house. Mike and Frank, guitar and drums. And the other guys all had to head home and take care of other stuff. As a matter of fact, two of the guys live in other parts of the country, right?
Donnie's from San Antonio.
San Antonio, Texas.
What is Todd?
Todd's in Detroit, right?
Michigan.
Saginaw,
Michigan.
Saginaw. Well, it was great that we were able to bring you, in. I thought the dynamic on the website, when I went to the Riot website, was like, Loud Park. And then 2 nights later, 1% of the audience at Revolution in Amityville. And I think that's so cool that you had a chance to do this giant, festival, and then come home and do this intimate club thing with, the people that grew up with you.
We did it for you, we did it in your honor and to celebrate with you because your show has meant so much to all of us individually over the years. The first Riot song I ever heard was Swords and Tequila. I heard it on your show way back in the day, and I actually played it in a band with my buddy Tommy Hellbent for Leather over there way back in the day. As kids,
It's a long time ago, because it was one of the first bands that, that we came out that it wasn't, everybody knew who the band was. It was one of those new bands.
Right.
There was a couple albums under his belt already. But this new album, the drum work on that album is great, and your guitar work is just fantastic. This kid's voice, your guitar, everybody just comes together really good. But there's a dynamic difference on some of the songs on there. Some of the songs sound like they could have came from, the Born in America era, Thundersteel era. It's a good dichotomy of the kind of music that you guys made throughout your career, yet it's all fresh and new. So I want to play the next song I want to do is another track on the album called Return of the Outlaw. And it's totally different than Metal Warrior. Tell me about Return of the Outlaw. Who the hell's the Outlaw?
Well, we're referring back to an old Riot song, Outlaw, which was on Fire Down Under. And as far as the style goes, me and Donnie, with the songwriting, we set out to pay honor to Mark and Mark's entire career with Riot. Anybody who's a real Riot fan knows all the different styles from '78 to the '80s. Then we have the Thundersteel, which was a speed metal era. And DeMeo, we have some bluesy stuff. So on this record, we really wanted to, capture the entire catalog as far as style goes. And hopefully we achieve that.
It wasn't really even that conscious. It's just because that.
Well, I would imagine, when the name, not the namesake, but the heart of the band, if you will. Mark started this band, and when you're going to move on without that person, there's probably a certain amount of reverence that goes along with everything that you're doing, that just permeates it without a conscious thought, really.
It's true, and we actually bring his guitar case with us wherever we go.
I saw that last night.
It's been all around on every gating, and he's, believe it or not, there's some really, in fact, insane, freakish, psychic things that have been happening. I know I sound like a weirdo. There's a lot of things that we still kind of believe he's still running the band.
He's with us everywhere we go.
He's still pulling the strings from where he is.
Awesome.
There's a lot of things.
That case, that's what Mark carried, the guitar that he used during the Fire Down Under days. So that case has a lot of history.
That's cool.
So just, having it on stage, we look at it every song, and
It means a lot.
Well, Mark's was one of those guys that helped train all of us. I mean, he took all of us guys who were a lot of raw talent and really helped train. He was just, a really, an excellent songwriter. All the great songwriters I've worked with in my life have made profound difference in the way I play and approach music and the way they influence you. It's big, so there's a lot of guys that can play, but some of these guys are song craftsmen and stuff, and they teach you things that are just very subtle. And
There's a lot of times when you run into people in our industry, you might have had it happen once or twice, when their ego's a little bit out of control. And it can tend to happen more so when the focal point of the band is that guy. But Mark was the kind of guy that was like, as much as he was the soul of that band and the machine, he always kind of wanted to hang in the back and let everybody else get out there and do the thing.
yeah, when I joined the band, I went to Japan. I met them and auditioned. Within 3 weeks, I was in Japan, and in front of thousands of people. He gave me a solo. The first record, I wrote 3 or 4 songs on. He always was willing to, to let everybody shine.
Yeah, he was a good mentor, a good guitar player, and a good man. And we're going to play Return of the Outlaw right now. It's Fingers Metal Shop debuting the brand new Riot 5. Comes out on Tuesday. Check it out, Return of the Outlaw.